I'm just fine. 7:45. Is it time? Is it time? It is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday. It is 7:05. We ain't late. 5 minutes. Everybody get a 5 minute grace period at their job. We just try to use the whole grace period. You understand me? It is 7:05 on a Monday. It is the Academy Sports Show here, live in full effect. If you're logging in right now to the show, man, bring more, bring everybody. Pull up, get a drink, get a snack. Let's get it in. It is Championship Monday. You understand me? So let's go ahead and let's have this conversation for the game kicks off. We got a great show for you. Everything's already planned out. You already know what the meme, all that other great stuff. We got it locked in, but we want to make sure you stick around because there's some great content coming up. Make sure you follow us on all our modes of social media, Instagram, Facebook, but most importantly, the YouTube. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube, and most importantly, make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. I got my notifications. You get yours. If not, you need to hit that bell. And once again, make sure you share to everybody. Send in your group text to all your sports friends and tell them your sports show's favorite sports show is live. But without further ado, I'm your host, Andre Douglas. Sitting across from me is your host, Joel Williams.
Good job, man. You put that right. That's perfect because I would have messed that up. All right. What's good, everybody, man? Welcome to the show. Dennis, DC, we see you, man, from Vegas. Always in the building, on time with us, unless he's teaching the class, man. Welcome to the show. We appreciate everybody joining us. Y'all heard the man. Y'all heard what he said. We're going to get into it tonight, man. It's Championship Monday. North Carolina versus Kansas. The Blue Bloods are back in the national championship game. As always, we're going to get into it, give you our perspective on tonight's game, man, share our winners. It's no sense of y'all asking about my bracket. It's busted. It's done. We also got trivia night where, thanks to the rules of the game, we are still in a tight battle with the fans, with the field. So we got trivia night ahead. And then we got a nice little basic show for you tonight, man. Not a lot going on in the sports world. Just got a couple of questions to ask. We got a little NFL about second-year quarterbacks. Got a little NBA as the season wraps up. Lakers and Nets. Lakers on the outside looking in, kind of. Nets, ooh. We talk about 10 seeds, y'all. We talk about play-in. We give our thoughts on that tonight as well. Plus, hey, man, big show coming up in a couple of weeks. The NFL draft will be among us. Y'all don't want to miss it. It's time to start talking about it. Get your calendars ready. Join us draft night live. It's going to be fun. It always is. You don't want to miss. I pub this every year, and he never fails me. You do not want to miss the Detroit Lions pick. You don't want to miss it because he cannot help. The fandom in Dre cannot help himself get ready for this pick. There's so much hope in the city of Detroit every year, and he buys into it. So we shall see how he does this year. So all that, much, much more tonight on the Academy Sports Show.
I'm gonna be cool as a cucumber, man. Ain't that the saying?
That's what they say, bro.
And y'all let me know because to me, Joe, you're going in and out. But if y'all are good, then we'll keep going. So let us know if there's any connection issues between the two of us. Please.
Please.
All right, here we go.
Dennis said, Bron ruined the team. Did you see what Magic said on First Take this morning? I did see what he said.
We will get it. We will get into it. All right. Here we go. Throw me up. It is trivia night, ladies and gentlemen. Like Joe said last week on trivia night, it was a bunch of stuff going on trivia night. People was answering questions before the question was even answered. Messed up the field. Listen, y'all like one group. Y'all got to be cohesive. Y'all got to be together on this. And that first person that answer, it's on the shoulders of that person. So here we go. Trivia night, as always. Me and Joe ask each other a trivia question, but you, the field, can steal. And if you are correct, you get the point. you get the win for the day. But if we get the answer correct first, we get the point. And right now, it is tied up. It is 8-8, and we looking to go up 1. You understand me? We used to be down 4. We used to be down 5, but we turned that thing around, and now it's time to take the lead. So,
Dennis said, one man, one sound.
So, with that said, sir, it's trivia night.
It is trivia night, sir, and I hope you are ready. It is the night of the national championship game. It is one shining moment. It is the biggest night in college basketball. So
you gave me college basketball?
Yeah, we gotta kind of keep with the themes that are out there. So this is college basketball trivia. All right, everybody get ready. Hey, it's only one person in the room, and it's Dennis. So Dennis, Dennis, stay off that Google. All right. Keeping in the theme of college basketball national championship game, Blue Bloods. Okay. Your traditional Blue Bloods. I'm not gonna name them all, but traditionally your Blue Bloods are Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina, Kansas, to name a few. Here recently, it's been Duke and UNC at the center of it all. UNC just knocked off Mike Krzyzewski. His career is over. Illustrious coaching career. So here we go. And hey, man, just follow your heart on this. Follow your gut, probably, right? Just go with it. In the last 10 years, counting 2021, we'll count 2021, which just doesn't really matter. But I just want to make sure you understand. I'm talking 2010 to 2021, since 2020 was canceled due to COVID. Out of the Blue Bloods, Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, and Kansas, who has more national championships? In the last 10 years, out of Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, and Kansas, who has the most national championships?
Out of Duke, North Carolina,
Kansas, and Kentucky. Keeping in the theme of Blue Bloods, Mike Krzyzewski's gone out on his last note.
I'm going to go Kentucky.
You going to go Kentucky?
I'm going to go Kentucky.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final. Or Kansas. I'm going to go Kentucky. Kentucky.
You're going to go Kentucky?
Yes.
Kentucky's your final answer.
Out of the last 10 years?
The last 10 years, you're going with Kentucky.
I'm going
Dennis has responded. Dennis is going with North Carolina. All right, so we got two answers out there. Kentucky from the host, North Carolina from the field. Neither one of you are right.
Oh.
The correct answer is Duke. Duke. 2010, 2015, believe it or not, they're the only ones to win two. Gotcha. Kentucky won one. North Carolina won one. Kansas has not won any.
Okay.
All right. So 8-8, ladies and gentlemen. The score remains tied. Nothing's hurt here. That's as we say in baseball. Nothing's hurt. Nothing's hurt.
Ooh. Ooh, can you hear my heartbeat? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Got out of that with the wrong answer, but we good.
We good. Nothing's hurt. 8-8, baby. Thanks, Dennis, for being honest and not going on Google. Kobe. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. Leave that man alone.
Oh, my God. All right, so that's trivia night. Get here on time for trivia night. You understand me? We put it at the top of every show.
Oh,
let's get it.
Man.
All right, now it's what the meme. Here we go. You know those memes that you see on your Facebook, on your IG, on your Twitter. You play them at home, you play them at work. So what the meme is, that game that we like to play, these are the memes that I came across from this week. And here we go. Which QB will have the biggest second year breakout? Feel like all the free agency has died down now. Guys are with people. All the big names are where they're supposed to be, at least offensively, maybe. Who knows? Keep the word championship. Out, Joe. So which quarterback will have the breakout season next year? Will it be Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville? Will it be Trey Lance in San Francisco? Will it be Zach Wilson with the Jets? Will it be Justin Fields with the Bears? Or will it be Macaroni and Mac Jones with the New England Patriots?
I think this meme has an easy answer to it, but I think you could break it down differently to come up with a different answer. So the easy answer, which is not gonna be my answer, because I like to go with the stuff that ain't easy. I'm gonna say easy answer is Mac Jones because Mac Jones had the best first year, so you got to think year 2 is gonna be better for him. Now, remember, most year 2 quarterbacks actually struggle. It's usually year 3 where the quarterback actually turns the corner. However, I would have said this is the easy one. I would call Mac Jones. The problem with that is his offensive coordinator doesn't live there anymore. His offensive coordinator is now a head coach. So to me, that made all the world of a difference. So I'm going to go Justin Fields on this one. Because Justin Fields, to me, was the only guy that was hindered last year by his coach. They finally got that right, or at least you like to think. But he gets a new system that I think is going to be very, very geared towards his skill set. And Justin Fields, to me, is a very good quarterback. I thought what he did at Ohio State was legit. I thought he'd definitely have a promising career in the NFL. So I feel like I could see him having a good second year. Zach Wilson, to me, unfortunately, got really beat up last year. And they have similarity in coaching there. Maybe that helps him, but I don't know. He's definitely got the arm talent. Trey Lance, hey, man, Jimmy Garoppolo still lives in San Francisco. So I don't know what to count there. And they're looking for the right package. And if they don't get it, Jimmy G, they're going to – what is he going to be able to tag him? So he could have another good year. So Trey Lance doesn't play. And then I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence, you play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I struggle to give you that. So I'm going to go Justin Fields on this one over Mac Jones. I feel like the easy answer is Mac Jones, but I think him not having Danielson, right?
Oh, yeah, Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels. I think that's the big piece. And so I'll go Justin Fields on this one.
Yeah. I think that, like you said, like it's one of those things where you see one thing because he's a Buckeye. He might have it. Joe flip flop sometimes.
You'll never catch me flip flopping them colors though, bro. Never.
Mac Jones would probably be the most obvious answer, but like you said, like that second year without that consistency, you might see a dip. You might see a dip in productivity in Mac Jones, and your offensive coordinator is a combination of Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. So there's that. So everything that you said about Justin Fields, I agree when it applies to Trevor Lawrence. When you talk about horrible coaching, Trevor Lawrence had the worst coach in the NFL last year.
Clearly.
He had the worst coach. Now, this is a guy who had the most upside, the number 1 overall pick, and was put in complete turmoil by his coaching staff and the lack of talent. This year, I feel like Jacksonville really shelled out a lot of money to help their offense, got them some weapons, helped a little bit on defense, and got a stable enough coaching staff to where Trevor Lawrence might be able to shine. So who's going to have that breakout year? I look at breakout year. For Mac Jones to be considered a breakout year, he's going to have to throw for a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns compared to what he already did. I don't see breakout year. But the bar's really low right now for Trevor Lawrence. He didn't do that much. He didn't do that well last year. So I'm looking for Trevor Lawrence to have a breakout year. Maybe not in wins and losses, but definitely from his touchdown interception ratio and yards passed. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is going to have a breakout year this year. Yes, screw Ohio. Who was his coach? It was a guy out here, touching seats.
That episode was hilarious.
I don't know Ohio, man. So let's hope that Trevor Lawrence is not hindered by his next coaching staff.
Yes, sir.
But I totally agree with you about Trey Lance. And to be honest with you, Zach Wilson, man, I feel like he's just one of those. He might be one of those combine guys, and the Jets just got fooled. So you never know.
All right, what we got next?
All right, next up. Talking about, so we went to second-year quarterbacks. Now we're going to established quarterbacks. Who will win a Super Bowl first? Seat touch. He wasn't, habitual. He was habitual seat touching out here. Who will win the Super Bowl first? Is it the Buffalo Bills' Josh Allen? Is it Joe Burrow in Cincinnati? Is it Justin Herbert in the Chargers? Or is it Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore Ravens? And your boy's not here to see if you're going to have some Lamar Jackson slander right now. Let's hope he comes in during this segment.
I'll say none of these guys because Deshaun Watson now plays in the AFC North.
Oh,
baby.
God, the homerism.
But so if I'm going with these four, I'm not going to hate on his boy, but I'm gonna pick this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Allen though because to me, I don't know, like I feel like even though Burrow and the Bengals got there this year, Allen's closer. Like I feel like the Bills were that team this year, and it is what it is, right? It happened, so you can't go back and say, well, it happened, man. They got beat without getting the ball, right? So they went toe-to-toe with the monster and almost knocked them off. Burrow and them, to me, lightning in a bottle. They went out and retooled that team. I don't know if that team is that good, though. Like, I don't know if that team is that good. And so Allen and that team, they've been coming along for years and years and years. Burrow and them, I think we're a year or two ahead of schedule, but that Buffalo Bills team is legit. And to me, the way they're built, that team, not many holes. Lamar and them, you go with Lamar and say, okay, they got Lamar. But that team's got holes in it, though. And, like, for example, who's playing running back? Injuries plague them. Defensively, they're not the same team they used to be. They used to be scary defensively. So, to me, the complete team, the guy that's got the complete team around them, I mean, they had the best secondary in football last year. They just got better over the offseason. I got to go with Allen, having the best team around him with the best chance to win. I'm going to go with the Bills. I'm going to go with Allen. It's a tough one, though.
I think the obvious pick here is Josh Allen.
True.
Let's challenge ourselves a little bit here, shall
we? You're Kobe. Big J Will up on Watson. Got you.
I'm going to go Lamar Jackson. I'm going to go Lamar Jackson.
You're reaching there. You're trying to make it interesting.
I just feel like he's going to have a special season. He's just going to have one of these special seasons where he just might be unstoppable. And when he has that special season, I'm not saying it's going to be next year. I'm not going to say maybe the year after that, which means these guys won't be winning until he wins. I just feels like he's just next on deck. I just feels like he might be the guy to have that special season to propel him to go to the Super Bowl. He might have that season where, like Joe Burrow had, right? You play it 10-6, 10-7, under the radar, make to the playoffs, and just have a magical run. Maybe the best team in the league at that time, hey, their quarterback gets hurt. Hey, this flag goes this way instead of going that way. Lamar goes to the Super Bowl and does some freaky deaky stuff and just go ahead and win that chip. I just feel like he's special. I feel like he might get it, and I feel like he'll get it over these guys. I feel like Buffalo is going to have a huge target on their back for years, and it's just a team that just habitually doesn't get over the hump. So I'm picking Lamar Jackson.
So I the Lamar pick's good. Like, I don't think there's a bad pick here, and I like the Lamar pick. I guess the reason I didn't pick Lamar, because you said it, like, if they win it, it's probably going to be because he did something special. I just wonder if and this, when we say this in sports, it's a knock on a guy. I'm not trying to make it sound like that. I just wonder, though, have we seen him hit his ceiling? Like, we saw MVP Lamar. MVP Lamar was practically unstoppable. That night they played Cleveland, bro, and he left the game, I was so happy. They had Trace McSorley in the game, bro. This dude, I was like, please don't come running back out the locker room. Please don't come. It's like, as soon as he stepped back on the field, you just knew there was no answer for this guy. Stuart Scott used to say it best. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him, right? But the thing is like, I wonder, have we seen it all from him? Two areas. One, throwing the football. Yes, he stands in the pocket sometimes and throws it. I know, I get that. But this dude's going to always be a runner. Again, that's his game. He's a human joystick. Have we seen in now a number of years, have we seen – what's up, Jared? Have we seen him do what needs to be done from the pocket to win these games? Like, in the playoffs, you got to win one with your arm. Have we seen it? I haven't seen it. So I just wonder, has he hit his ceiling yet? Or is there another level for him? Is that special? Because I feel like we know what special Lamar looks like. Does special Lamar have another level that can carry him through? Or does he need all of those things to happen? Like, okay, yeah, you get a funny whistle, somebody gets hurt, da-da-da-da. But it seems like the defenses have caught up with him. And even in his special year, Tennessee knocked him off. So it just seems like the defensive coordinators might have caught up. The speed of the game, people catch up a little bit. Schematically, can we out-scheme him for 1 week to keep him out of the Super Bowl? That's the part I don't know. Like, Allen seems to have the full package for me, run and throw. But they get in trouble when they run it too much with him, right? So they need a running back or throw it to the tight end sometimes, right? Like, throw the seam ball to the tight end. So I don't know. Like, to me, it's Allen or Jackson, to your point. It's just, I just wonder, have we, and I'm not, if he was here, he would say I'm hating. I just wonder, have we seen ceiling Lamar? Like, what's the next gear for this guy? What, throw for more than 4 and run for 2? I mean, yeah, it's possible, but have we seen it already? Special MVP Lamar, did we see it?
That's fair. It's talks out here that, the Ravens might be looking at DK, to try to get him from Seattle.
Jesus,
so
the Ravens are always looking at everybody. God, every time my team gets better, they go out and do something.
You never know. But you can't go wrong with none of these guys. If you picked any of these guys, you can't go wrong.
That's true. You're going to have a good future if you got any of these guys on your team.
DC said his time has passed. Too much new talent that is mobile like him, that has weapons. Yeah, there's definitely molds. He is the OG, but there's definitely molds out there with more accurate arms.
Yeah.
Burrow is Stafford 2.0, needs the running game and defense like Brady did to beat the Chiefs. I mean, Joe Burrow has the offense around him now.
Yeah, all he needs is O-line, right?
You got to figure out, was it lightning in a bottle or is this team actually legit?
Right, because they did just beat the Chiefs without an offensive line. And he made all those plays himself.
Yeah. So we'll see. Allen must do out. Alamos do out this year, and they are too high on the radar. They are going to beat up in the regular season. That's my thought of Buffalo. Buffalo is going to be like we all thought that last year, and they dropped games that they shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have dropped. Yeah.
Buffalo could win 13, 14 games next year, but then when you get to the playoffs, there's no running game there. It's all on Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the running game. He's the passing game. He is the entire offense. Will that catch up with them? So
we got him one overtime drive away from playing the Bengals in the AFC Championship game.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah, it's interesting. Very good one. Very tough one. Chiefs have 5 picks too, so they could do some damage. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Chiefs do. It's interesting, like as like D coordinators in the NFL are real life. Like as teams continue to evolve, so do defenses. It's been interesting to watch. For like 3 seasons there, the Chiefs were unstoppable. And then somebody decided, hey man, we're gonna play cover 2, keep everybody in front, don't let Tariq beat you over the top. And all of a sudden, they made Patrick Mahomes look normal for a change, which, I mean, it was still pretty doggone good, but he also threw more picks. So, I don't know. It's interesting to see how these things develop. And again, Lamar piece. Justin Herbert, we still haven't seen them be, the full package because, Chargers coaching was always so bad. So, we'll see. Jared, we're going to talk about that. We got that on tap today about Kaepernick.
All right. Well, that was what the meme. If you got a meme, you're just sitting at home, something cross your mind, man, just hit us up, hit me or Joel, tag us in it, or just send it to us, and it'll be a part of the show. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Bum, bum, bum.
I saw this Twitter tweet earlier this week. Is this the biggest failure in NBA history? I saved it, and then lo and behold, the NBA gods provided with more context today. Magic Johnson made the rounds. He said some things, and now like this team is sitting outside of the play-in tournament. If you remember at the beginning of the season, Joel had this team not in the Western Conference Finals as constructed. I had this team in the play-in. So this team right now is currently underwhelming to both of our standards. And now Magic comes out today and just rips him a new one, gives LeBron a pass. Maybe that's a topic within itself. Do you give LeBron a pass for this year? He might win the scoring title.
Always a topic.
Are you giving LeBron a pass for this year? And then it's just the others, right? It's always the others that surrounding LeBron, but his 1-2 punch, Anthony Davis, Mr. Glass here. Magic said, hey, if this dude can't stay healthy, you got to get rid of him. Like, you got to do something, John. Can I run that one back or no? No? Can I run that? No? Okay.
You can have it, bro. It applies.
You got to do something. Either you're going to stay healthy or you're going to have to get up out of here. And then broken down the scenarios of how Russell Westbrook got to L.A. with LeBron being GM LeBron and pulling that trigger instead of going ahead and wooing DeRozan to come to LA instead of him being a Bull, and then instead of flipping Kuzma for that, you could have flipped Kuzma for Buddy Hield and had a rounded out roster if you kept KCP and Caruso. So it's a lot of things that went wrong with the LA Lakers. The level of disappointment with this team it's how many storylines can we go with this team? Does LeBron get a pass? Is Magic Johnson right? Are you disappointed with this team? Would you be sad if LeBron doesn't make the playoffs? Which way can you go with this? Which way do you want to go with this?
Well, let's start with the hyperbole, right? Level of disappointment, right? Biggest failure in NBA history. First of all, why is Carmelo in this picture? He should not be in this picture, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's be realistic. He is not what made this go whoa last year when they did this. Okay. Biggest failure in NBA history, let's start there. I will say no, not the biggest failure in NBA history. One of the biggest failures in NBA history, actually for me, was the year that the Lakers put together the Hall of Fame squad that lost to the Pistons in 2004. That was one of the bigger failures to me if you want to compare the two. So biggest failure in NBA history, I say no. Here's why. I didn't expect this. Come on, y'all, stop. This is all just fodder for us. All right, you get on, you make the rounds, you say some things. This is all fodder for us, ladies and gents. Come on. Did you hear what me and Dre said about our prediction? Did you hear? They were never going to be anything. We had no expectations for this. They are currently sitting 2 games out of the 10th spot behind the Spurs. We had zero expectations. This was low-hanging fruit, y'all. We called it. We said Anthony Davis, Mr. Glassman himself, was going to get hurt. Again, Melo should not be pictured here. And we said Russ was not going to be a factor because Russ's game didn't fit. It didn't mesh. Not with the LeBron style of basketball is surround him with playmakers and shooters. And if you give him somebody that can do it with that can use get their shot on their own, they have to be a Kyrie type. Kyrie and Bron made sense because Kyrie could get his own shot. Kyrie could get to the rim when he wanted to. Kyrie could make a jump shot, ladies and gents. Russell Westbrook hasn't been able to shoot in pre-COVID. So let's just call this what it is. It's not the biggest failure. The level of disappointment should not be high. But for those of you who actually believe that this was going to be something, then yeah, your level of disappointment should be really high. You know it should be really high in yourself. You should be disappointed in yourself for believing that this was going to be worth something. All right? So that's who you should be disappointed in 2022. Be disappointed in yourself. I do not want to see this team get the 10 seed. I don't want to see it. Please, LA, don't get the 10 seed. Now, second storyline, does LeBron get a pass? Yes, LeBron gets a pass. You know why? Because guess what you can never do? Y'all can be mad at this if you want to be mad at it, but hey, Jay-Z said it best. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. This man's numbers are always up to par or better. His numbers don't fall off when his team is trash. And that is a sign of a true winner. That is a sign of a true leader, of a high-level basketball player. His numbers don't tail off. If he played like crap and led the way with the crap, then I wouldn't give him a pass. But while his teammates play like crap, he continues to be a professional and goes out, gives you a 50 ball, gives you a 30 ball, and just might dang near win the scoring title this year. So sorry, those of you who hate on LeBron, you love to do it. I can't do it, man. And I'm a Clevelander. I know y'all will call homerism. So I'll throw that out there. But show me the numbers. Show me the support. If LeBron's not on this team and AD is the leader of this team, and it's the 3 of these guys, picture minus LeBron, guess what you blame? AD. You would say, I blame AD. He's the leader. He's never on the floor. I blame AD. I don't blame LeBron. He gets another pass. And his legacy is cemented.
All right. It looks like Jared is agreeing with you about your assessment of the biggest failure in NBA history. But listen, Jared, I don't know you, man. I liked you until go ahead and put up a comment. Go, you know which one I'm talking about. Nah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Michael Jordan never needed a pass. I was with you, man, until then. You one of those guys, okay? You one of those. That's fine. You must what 40 plus? Let's 45. Michael Jordan never needed a pass, huh?
I don't know if the Jared's 40 plus either.
Michael Jordan, man, come on, man. Let's be honest. You know, Mike, he left. He didn't even get to this point. Okay, so you can't. It's not accessible here.
He retired at the right.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to get to this point. We can't compare these two because Mike never did this. Okay, we're in rare air right now. Enjoy this LeBron air.
Go there with the air.
This is rare air right here. Okay,
only one man has ever flown in rare air. That's Michael Jordan.
Rare air right here. Okay, this is a man in his late 30s, still performing at a high level. You understand me? Year 17 in the NBA. You feel me? All right, that's all I'm saying. This is rare air. Let's not compare this because there's no comparison. Okay, so Jordan never needed a pass. Some might say he got one every once in a while. Let's say he didn't go. Let's say he didn't go to the finals his first 7 seasons of his career, but nobody ever brings that up.
Neither did LeBron.
Pass. We talk about passes. Let's say Commissioner Stern told him, "Hey, man, you need to step away for a couple of years, and now I'll let you come back in." Hey, who needs a pass? You know what I'm saying?
Speculation. We're not that show. We're not that show. Don't speculate.
Who does a pass? We're not that show. So
somebody get the speculator meter out.
I just what burns my biscuits. All right. So
the argument of Jordan LeBron always starts with they both had 7 years. Come on now.
Listen. It just is what it is. These are factual things. These are factuals. No, nothing.
What's your take on the biggest failure here?
I don't know if they're the biggest failure in the NBA because exactly as you said it, it's hard to be the biggest failure in the NBA when people already knew you were going to fail. So when the expectation is already low, it's kind of hard to, even though you went below that expectation, it's hard to feel some type of way. That's why I say you go to certain movies with a low expectation. That way they won't piss you off. You went into this season with a low expectation. Now, if they were good and made sure West Coast, oh man, this is the best movie that I really think this was going to be any good, but it turned out to be really good. No, we knew this was going to happen. We knew they were old. We knew they were decrepit. We knew they were injury prone. We knew they weren't deep. We knew LeBron was going to miss games. We knew AD was going to miss games, and we knew Russell Westbrook was going to be Russell Westbrook. So with that,
we still don't know why Carmelo's in this picture.
Hey, listen, he was a name at the time. Carmelo, look, this ain't even Carmelo's fault. Okay,
he gets a pass too.
Bench. He came off the bench. He did his job. He probably averaged like 13 a game. Did his job. Scored a 20 every once in a while. Carmelo did what he was supposed to.
Did whatever he could. Right. He gets a pass too. The guys on the right get passes. The guys on the left do not.
All right. Next up. So I text this to you. I said, "What is this? Why is this happening?" The correlation didn't kick in right away. Kaepernick, hardball, quarterback, head coach, reconnecting. They went to the Super Bowl together. That all came later. But Colin Kaepernick getting his shot in the big house, brought Spike Lee with him, dressed to the T's in the Michigan gear, halftime of the spring game, get some throws in. He's been very vocal about trying to get back to the league these past couple of months, really, that I've really heard. He's been going live on IG almost every week, doing throws. I ask you this with our history of talking about Colin Kaepernick on this show. He had, if you don't know, what everything that the scope that is Colin Kaepernick, right? So this is very layered here. Will Colin Kaepernick ever play in the NFL? Do you care if Colin Kaepernick ever plays in the NFL? Is this? I mean, it's been 5 years. It's been 5 seasons, 7 seasons. I don't know how many seasons. Do you think he'll ever play in the NFL again? And did you think this helped him? This exhibition that he put on the big house. Do you think it helped him?
Do I think he'll ever play again? That's a hard question, man. Well, do I hope he ever plays again? Yes. Do I think he will though? I don't know, man. Like, I believe in the blackballing, and I believe in the system that is set up, and I believe there is a designation on this guy of not taking a risk on him. I think that the longer there is time between when it happened, when the kneeling and everything was happening, and him not playing, I think the chances get better. But hey, man, the NFL still ran the way it is by who it's ran by. And I think, unfortunately, that has something to do with it. And I think doing things like this They make sense. They're good for his brand. I think ultimately what he also needs to continue to do is he's got to get the pressure on the machine. And usually the machine gets pressure from the media. So he's got to continue to get those like people on his side and positivity. Like you got Spike Lee doing a documentary on you. Like what the NFL does not want is they don't want this in the hearts and minds of people who are going to reason and go, you know what? All those kind of halfers that were running with the love of it and the hype of getting him out of the league that were always straddling the fence but kind of chose that one side, they're one HBO special away from picking him again. And so if I'm the NFL, I don't want that press. He even said, Kaepernick even was quoted as saying, I'll take a backup role. Absolutely. So will he play? I don't know because I think it's real what they're doing to him. Do I hope he does? Absolutely. I think that I don't know that this helped him any much more. I think every time he gets in front of the camera, that's a help. But the connection makes sense. That was your coach. So all that makes sense. But does this help him tremendously? I'd have to say no to that.
Okay. All right, Colin Kaepernick's tweet afterwards. Big thank you to Coach Jim Wolverines Against Racism student group. U of M football, U of M staff, receivers, fans, and hosting me in Ann Arbor. I was excited to get some throws in at halftime and look forward to what's appreciated. Thank y'all. So as I just search his name, and there's a narrative always around Colin Kaepernick, and I want to get your opinion on this. By the way, the April Fool's stuff with everybody was hilarious, including Kaepernick getting a 3-year, $28 million deal with the Patriots.
Yeah.
That was funny. But there's also this narrative of Colin Kaepernick suing the NFL. Colin Kaepernick calling the NFL slavery. Colin Kaepernick turns back on the NFL. And now you want to be employed by the NFL. So what do we say to those people that are spinning that narrative? Is that fair to say that you portrayed your time in the NFL as compared to a plantation, and now at 5 years later, now you want to go and participate in football activities?
I say to those individuals, find something you love and have it be taken away from you and see if you ever want it back. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this man was fighting for something he believed in. He lost the thing that he loves to do most. And now he wants that thing back. And I don't think he wants to give up the fight. I think he wants it back, but I also think, to me, everything I've seen from him says if he gets the platform again, he'll have a platform to still go about things. I think a lot of what happened came out of a lack of understanding, a lot of emotion, a president who liked to stoke the flames, who kind of influenced it as well. And again, I'm not saying that those things are not there,
right,
but I think that he has been eloquent enough and articulate enough to make it very clear where he stands, and why and what it's really about. And most of the time what it boils down to is people just accepting better. And I think there's a better place for him in the league for that. But I would say to those people that want to pull that route, find something you love and have it taken away from you because of what you believe in, and then you really want it back. I'm sorry, man. This man plays football. That's what he does. And I'm not gonna knock the man for wanting to play the game he loves. Continue to if he got a job somewhere and then he just kind of hushed up and didn't say anything else, then I wonder something. But ultimately, I think this is just a man who just wants to play the game he loves. and thought that he could speak out against something that was bigger than football and that the NFL would support him, but they didn't.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. Some of us are in situations right now where we talk crap about our jobs behind behind their back and still got to
Right? We still got to go.
I'm pretty sure even if you're at a job that you love right now, there's things that you would want improved.
Yep.
And you would hope that if you're in that space and your voice means something, and they say your voice means something, that you will want to do something while you're in that space. You can you can have more change while you're in the mechanism more than you're outside of it.
Absolutely.
So I do not fault this man for trying to get back to something he loves, to your point. And I also would like to have the honest discourse that he would actually do more inside of the NFL than he's doing outside of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Because
good point.
You got to think, like, once you're blackballed from something, once you're spurned, once you're obviously disbanded from something that means a lot from you, there is an emotional backlash. There is a lash out. We all lash out at things that we love all the time.
Yep.
And in the grand scheme of things, in the 5 years this man's had time to reflect, I do love football, and this is the highest level of football that I can play. So I do want to get back into this. I understand the negatives that come along with it, and I'm ready to put my feet to the fire and take all the criticism, because I know once I get into that situation, I know what change that I want to see while I'm in there.
Yep, absolutely.
So I don't fault this man at all. I hope he does get a shot. I don't think he'll get a shot, to be honest with you, if we're speaking in truth.
Dang.
But, there's certain teams like Seattle and stuff like that who might take a look at him. Pete Carroll is kind of like that guy that might
more progressive coach.
Yeah. But it's just really, it's the time away, unfortunately, has I think did him in for the time he spent, not of his own doing, but the time away, the seasons away have hurt him. But shout out to Jim Harbaugh for not being shy about the situation and the scenario, and having him talk to his kids in university and using his platform to help out his player. Because as a coach, they all your kids at the end of the day, and you want to help them.
That's it.
All right. Last but not least, we got a game, ladies and gentlemen. We got a game. Kansas did their thing against Villanova. We understand Villanova was limped into that game, but Kansas took over that game and went ahead and put the spank on them. So now you got Bill Self and Kansas waiting on the winner of Duke and North Carolina, and that game did not let down. Lots of lead changes, lots of big plays, lots of drama, lots of things attached to this game, Coach K, potential finals game, but it went to North Carolina. This dude Love balled out. Their center, who got hurt, came back in. He had like 21 rebounds. This was a game. This was a great Final Four game. So it ended with the retirement of Coach K, the advancement of North Carolina, with the matchup right now of North Carolina and Kansas. Who said the Blue Bloods is
dead? The Blue Bloods are back.
They are back. So in this epic and great quote of Academy Sports Show, who you got?
Hey, man, listen, bro. These are some good basketball teams. Everything in me wants to pick North Carolina because I think they're hot, playing great right now. They get it. They know who they are. These guys limped into the tournament. They did not have the best regular season. Limped into the tournament. They figured it out. Their bigs are legit. And then I look over on the other side. I look at Kansas, and they got athletes all over the place. They got a dude. North Carolina's got a dude. So which dude takes his team to the national championship? Man, this is a tough one. I'm going to pick. Who do I have tonight, man? I think it all comes down to free throws at the end. This is going to be a close one. I'm going with I'm going with Kansas, bro.
Ooh.
I'm going with Kansas. Tough pick, but I'm going with Kansas. I feel like Kansas out hustles, out athleticizes them, and I think you end up with a Kansas Jayhawks win. The buck stops here tonight for the North Carolina Tar Heels.
All right, let's see. Right now the over under is 151, so they expect this to be a decent scoring game. Let's see the betting lines. You can out here several columns. Kansas -4 over under 151 money line. The Jayhawks are 7-5 against the spread. The Tar Heels are 6-4 against the spread. Hey. I'm going to go.
Not as easy as it looks.
I'm going to go with you, man. I'm going to go Kansas. I'm going to go
All
Kansas.
Right.
Got 2 Kansas picks right now. I do think North Carolina. What do you say?
Thank you, Joe, for going with Kansas because I definitely picked USC. USC Hubert Davis will then be with Steve Fisher as the only first-year coach to win a ship. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kansas on this one, and I'm going to say Kansas. I'm going to go Kansas 84, North Carolina 80. I'll go 84-80.
I'm going to go Kansas 84-78.
Now did you bet the home team to end in 80-4 and the away team to end in 7?
Man, I should have. I need to, right? What do I need? I need the away team ending in 1 and the home team ending in 5.
You still doing 1 and 5?
Yeah, I have.
Go ahead, change their score, sir. Go ahead, change this.
Let's see. Let's go
85-81.
Yeah, 85-81.
You need that to happen.
$200.
200. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe next year. I might start betting.
Yeah, it's cool. It felt good to win.
I like to bet on stuff that I know about.
Right. 78-71. Leonardo calls UNC.
There you go. Get your scores in the chat, Perry. Come on, put your score in the chat. All right, and last but not least, it's my favorite slide of the day.
These dudes don't play.
Oh, never mind. I forgot all about this. Hey, make sure you check us out for the draft show. Like Joe said at the beginning of the show, NFL draft show on the 28th of April. We are live like we do every single draft show. Listen, if you are on the YouTube right now, okay, if you go back to those draft shows, they are entertaining. They are entertaining. This year, the Lions have the second pick in the draft, so you're going to get some entertainment very quickly.
Early entertainment. You got to be
entertainment. We got the second pick and the last pick in the draft. So, early entertainment here. Listen, it's hutch or bust right now, okay? I expect who is the number one? Jacksonville?
Is he going to get the kid from Oregon?
No, I don't want him. I want Hutch. Okay.
No, I mean, do you think the one pick is going to be the kid from Oregon?
Yeah, let him be. Yeah, whatever. Let Hutch fall to 2, and we good. Okay, it's Hutch or bust. Okay, Hutch or bust. Okay, number 2.
Woo-wee. That means early drama, y'all, because if that means you need to see who the one pick is and his reaction to who the one pick is. Here's the setup. If the number 1 pick in the draft is not Hutch, Dre is going to be sitting there waiting on the call for Hutchinson. If they don't pick Hutchinson, you will not want to miss this. I guarantee you.
Hutch or bust. Let's go. Hutch or bust. Let's get the next Joey Bosa. Let's go. Let's get the next Nick Bosa. Let's go. Hey, right here. Let's do it. forward down the field. You understand me? So you don't want to miss it. NFL Draft Show, 428. We're getting there. We're getting live, getting crunk. That's the longest show of the year. So, I don't know how long we're going to go this year. Detroit is number 2.
I don't have a
pick.
We don't have a pick. We have Deshaun Watson. You're welcome.
So, we'll see how that goes. Either way, That's
the reason I watched, just to see a meltdown.
It's been rather consistent every year, but it's been rather consistent. So, we'll see. See how them not picking Micah Parsons again just definitely helped us. I said on that show, pick Micah Parsons. I said that. We didn't see him play football for a year. I said on that show, pick Micah Parsons. No, they didn't want to do it. Another big Hawaiian nigga. All right, here we go. Here we go.
This is the last pick.
This the last week, baby.
Yep, this is
the last week. This man has beat me in Player Eliminator year after year after year. But whose year is it this year? This guy. You understand me? This guy. This guy picked Luka Doncic 2 weeks ago. Picked Devin Booker this week. So I am leading right now. 257 to 222. And who did I save for last? Who did I save for last? Kevin Jocelyn Durant. I saved him. Here he is. Prime time against the New York Knicks for seeding. He's still playing ball. He's still playing good ball. He has to play basketball.
They have clinched the 10 seed. He does not have to play.
They have to play basketball.
They've clinched.
Maybe he wants the 9th seed. Maybe they want that to be a home game. He has to play basketball. But guess what? I will be watching to see if he is in the lineup. If he's not in the lineup, I'm picking a new player.
Oh, we can do that?
Of course.
I thought we had to roll with that.
No.
That's why I know. Oh.
No, don't act like you knew they didn't play. Come on.
I thought we.
If you check Twitter that day of, be like, Devin Booker not playing, I need to pick somebody else. You know I'll let you pick somebody else. Come on.
We didn't do it at all this year, so I thought we were just rolling with whatever happens.
You didn't know he was not going to play?
I didn't, but I thought we were rolling with it anyway.
Oh, you just trying to set up something right now.
I'm not.
You're just trying to set up something right now.
Mean, you got to win sometime. So if you win this time,
Okay.
All right, gotta start undercutting it now.
Kevin Durant's playing that game. Okay, it's Brooklyn versus New York in the Garden. KD's playing that game. I'm not changing. How am I? He could have shot me a text like, "Hey man, Luka not playing tonight. Let me pick somebody else." I would have said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, man, pick somebody else." He didn't do that. He said, "Hey man, I see Booker not playing tonight. Let me pick somebody else." I would let him pick somebody else. He didn't do that. He just rolled with it. The next morning, he went to check the score. He'd be like, "Oh man."
NBA players and their nights off.
So here we go. Last week, a Player Eliminator.
I'm down 35.
Get my extra triple size crown ready. Come on, Kevin Durant. Don't be the guy that I think you are.
Ooh wee.
Come on, DeMar DeRozan. You gonna get a 50 ball out of DeRozan? I don't think so, Tim. It's not gonna happen. Other news and notes, man. We got Bobby Wag signing with the LA Rams, man. Just solidifying that they run it back.
Solidifying what's already solid.
I mean, they now have a Hall of Famer on every level of the defense. It's a wrap. Go ahead and call that what it is. Also, the women's national championship was yesterday.
South
Shout
Carolina,
out to the Gamecocks.
congratulations. The Gamecocks of South Carolina.
Dawn Staley now 2-0, beating Gino Auriemma to get her second national championship. Also, Tiger Woods looking to play in the Masters. We'll see. Game time decision. So a lot of stuff happening. News and notes. Any other news and notes you got going on?
Nope, that is it. You covered it all right there.
All right. Well, listen. There's multiple things you need to be here for next week. Okay, you need to be here for trivia night. As we go up on you,
we're gonna take the lead. We're gonna
take the lead next week. You need to be here for trivia night, and you need to be here for my coronation of Player Eliminator. Okay, you need to be here for that. Those two things, along with all the other things this show provides, those two things you need to be here for. Okay, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. Make sure y'all follow us on all our modes of social media: Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, the YouTube. And make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live, because we will be live Monday at 7 o'clock. On behalf, thank you everybody who participated in the show today. And on behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
Enjoy the game tonight, man. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we will see you next Monday. And maybe a miracle might have happened. We shall see. Join us then. See you.